Hello, I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. Today's topic, I'm going to call it No Strings Attached. Everybody's familiar with the no strings attached in intimate partnership. I've been going over several times is the no expectations. I find that to be a part of domestic violence culture because that is just an excuse that people use in order to get away with their abuse as though it is normal. That's manipulation to the victim to believe that it's okay to treat people in disrespectful ways. Most people, when they describe to me no expectations, their way of definition of it is that I'm asking too much to be treated with respect and to expect to get equal in return within a relationship. And that's based upon mainly friendships. That's within domestic violence culture, which I also teach about. Most people think that an intimate partnership, it should remain loyal and equal. And that's a huge problem now too, and still is that most people see domestic violence mainly occurring within intimate partnerships. They don't see it outside that. And that's a huge problem within the mental health field as well. So I've been going over as to how I was punished for being the victim of abuse and being blamed and shamed for it. That goes along with the no expectations, as I've been going over as to how the abuse affected me so negatively, all those traumatic experiences with all the people that were involved, including friends. I've come to realize the abuse that happened in several friendships that I had during the time of my miracle, my first miracle that was destroyed. As I stated in the previous video as a follow-up, is I'm starting to see that there is more to it than just that one person I had been mentioning. There is another person that I've seen to be a huge part to why my first miracle was destroyed. Back to no expectations. I'm going to use as an example is my job and here. At my job, there is jealousy going on based upon me being a hard worker. So several co-workers were insulting me and gossiping and whatnot. People I didn't even work with hardly because I did the night shift. I would just hear about it from people that did the night shift and worked day shifts as well. So I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't give a crap. People say just ignore it. I didn't care. I did just that. And that's where the walkaway method is where I disagree. Just ignore it. It'll go away. No. Because an abuser, they don't want to stop. They want to destroy you. And that's exactly what they're trying to do with my job. But again, I'm the type of person that you mess with me, then you better fucking run, as I tell many people. And especially when you're messing with somebody's life and trying to destroy their life. There's a difference between name calling and spreading rumors and whatnot, but when you're trying to destroy somebody's life, that's different. And I totally agree with self-defense completely. So I'm going to relate the two incidents. At work, they started going to the manager with some BS crap trying to get me in trouble and whatnot. And I was only friends with one person, and we worked really well together. It was like a new friendship starting. And he ended up dating what I call the cult leader assistant. Well, she didn't like me for no reason. She didn't like me from the day she started. So she ended up getting him involved. So he stopped talking to me. Because guess what? His girlfriend would get mad at him if he even talked to me at work. That's right. He finally admitted it to me. And I told him today, I said, I don't want a friendship where you're just going to throw me to the side because your girlfriend doesn't want you to talk to me. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be your friend. I can't be your friend in that type of situation. That's exactly what was happening to me here. There were people that knew about the abuse that the gang members were doing to me, and they didn't want to be seen with me. They would even tell me that they didn't want to be seen with me because they didn't want to get involved and be attacked. Not any different than this male friend of mine who said his girlfriend didn't want him to talk to me because he didn't want to get in trouble. Well, then don't talk to me at all. No expectations. Should I expect him to talk to me? Of course. Should I think it's okay that he can't talk to me because his girlfriend sees me as a threat? Absolutely not. Not any different than what's happened with many people here where they abandoned me after the traumas happened to me because it was too stressful on them, the traumas that happened to me, or they didn't want to be associated with me so the gang members wouldn't attack them. Many people would say, well, you shouldn't expect that because they might get harmed too, or blah, blah, blah. As I had talked about with the bigger person, it's the same thing as online bullying as in person bullying. Not any different. It takes personal integrity to be the bigger person and do what's right. Should it be expected? Of course. Just like in a relationship, there's no strings attached. That means that that person can be disloyal to you and go out with some other person and have sexual relations, and there's no strings attached. And they can do whatever they want. In a friendship, that would be the same as saying you shouldn't expect that person to be loyal to you and stand by your side. Not any different. I myself don't like the no strings attached within a intimate partnership or a friendship. It's the same thing, and it's just an excuse to do things that are cruel and despicable to others and be disrespectful to them. Just an excuse, saying you shouldn't have expectations. That's just an excuse to normalize the abuse that happens to someone. And I myself don't make excuses for abuse, period. So that's part of what I've been writing about and going to be writing about in my next chapter of the nightmare I couldn't wake up from. And so true. And the nightmares that I've had of past traumas that were actually in my dreams, I could wake up and realize, well, that wasn't real. Unfortunately, and this is the first time where I'm actually living in the nightmare every single day, because where I live is where the traumas happened and all the people involved live here. So it's extremely hard for me because it is a nightmare that I cannot wake up from. But I'm remaining optimistic because I do have a place in mind that I plan on moving to as soon as there's availability. So, staying optimistic, continuing my self-therapy, and that is what I'm going to be doing. So I hope to see you for the next video based upon what I've been doing. As for what the friend had recommended as who, what, when, where, and why, and actually helped me come to my next chapter of the nightmare that I cannot wake up from. So true. That's it for today. I'm Shelley Rothus. I'll see you next time.